What's up, folks? Today I'm going to be showing you how to play and reviewing the game Licensed to Krill. Now in Licensed to Krill, you are going to be collecting cards from a market, and the object of the game is you're going to be trying to get the most amount of points, but you have to watch out for the whale because the whale can eat your cards. So let's check it out. So in this game, one person is going to have the whale pointing towards them like this, and this is a cute little whale plush over here, and it has a zippered mouth, and this is where you're going to store your cards. Anyway, what you're going to be doing in this game is you're going to be collecting cards here from the middle, and you're going to be trying to be the player that has the most amount of points. Now, in the beginning, everybody is going to start with a Kelp card, and each of these cards are going to have a text. This one says most Kelp has 3 points, so you'll add this up at the end of the game. These are the Krill cards that you're going to be putting over here at a market of sorts. In the beginning, you'll go ahead and place one over each of these cards over here. Now, these cards are going to tell you what is going to happen with the whale. So if I drew a card from here, this whale would end up turning counterclockwise this way to the next opponent. If I drew from this stack, I'm going to end up drawing a whale card. And it came from this stack, the whale will just simply turn back around and go back to the player that it was. I'm playing a 2-player version of the game here. So just to show you some of the cards that are in the game here, you've got cards like this. It'll say plus 1 point for each card with only one of these water drops here. Water drops. This one says take a Kelp card. This one says 0 points if you have any other mono krill. So these are cards that you're going to be trying to score with. This says all plastic junk change from -4 to +4 points. So there's a plastic junk card in here, and here it is, it's plastic junk card. So here's an example of a card right here. This is the value of the card. A shark card basically means that you're going to play this card immediately when you get it. The water drops over here are going to mainly be used for scoring and also to determine who gets the whale in certain situations. So let's say it's my turn, and let's say I decide I'm going to go ahead and pick this card, and it's a double krill, so I'll put this in front of me. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw a whale card, which will be this, and this one says whale target discards 1 card. Well, since I am the one that the whale is facing towards, I'm going to have to discard this card over here, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in the whale's mouth like so. Now, the next action you're going to do is draw a whale card, so I'm going to end up drawing 2 whale cards in this case. If I had picked from here, I'd only draw 1. So I'll go ahead and draw a whale card, and it says whale target discards 1 card. The only thing I have left is my Kelp, so I'm going to go ahead and discard the Kelp in here, so wasn't a good turn for me. So then these 2 cards get discarded, and you'll replace the card, and play will go on to the next player. So let's say player 2 goes, and player 2 chooses this card here. This one says Shrimply the best, plus 1 point for every other Shrimply the best card. So I'll go ahead and he'll place this here. Now this is going to turn the whale towards him since it is counterclockwise, and then he will go ahead and draw a whale card. This one says whale target takes random card from whale. He will be able to take a card from the whale, so he randomly takes this, and it's a Kelp. So now that the whale is pointed towards him, it goes back to me, and we refill the deck, and the game basically goes on like this. Now, when you get down to near the bottom of the whale deck, you're going to see these cards that say Final Krill on them. Whenever you draw the card that says End of Game, that is going to go ahead and end the game, and then you're going to go ahead and score up all of your points, and whoever has the most amount of points is going to win the game. Over the years, we've seen a lot of set collecting games come out, and Sushi Go comes to mind when I think of this game. This is a game that has various ways of scoring, and you're going to be drawing cards from the market. Now, the interesting caveat with this game is that you have the whale, and you also have cards underneath the cards that are in the market that are going to trigger an effect. So you may end up turning the whale to yourself, you may end up turning the whale to somebody else, you may end up having to draw 2 whale cards, things like that. Now the cards are double-sided, so you will be able to kind of change up the effects if you would like to. The whale's cute. I like the whale. It holds the cards, and you can also place cards in the whale when you're discarding them, and then you can take cards out of the whale in some cases depending on what the ability of the card is that you're getting. There are a lot of little different ways you can score points in this game. But when it really starts to get tricky is when the whale starts to eat your cards. If you have a whale that is pointing at you, you might want to try to get that whale away. Now, just because you draw a whale card, that doesn't mean the whale is going to eat a card, but it could. So when you're looking at the market, you might want to try to get a card that is something that you actually need, but if you draw it, you may end up having to draw 2 whale cards. So there are some things to consider as you are playing this game. Now, this is a light set collecting game, and having the whale mechanism in there makes it interesting, and it's cute. I think that younger players could definitely get into this game. I think this would work as a great gateway game to set collecting games such as Sushi Go and games like that. I think it's a fun little game. My wife and I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to letting our son Jax try this out when he gets old enough. I like the theme. The whale, of course, that's just a cool little piece, the little plush. I like that. Anyway, guys, that's my review of License to Krill. We'll see you. Keep on gaming.